To another video. Today we're going to do a video on my 2002 Ford Focus ZX5 hatchback. And yes, it is a hatchback. And that's what I wanted. This is my official Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Walmart Smart Car. I am currently on hold to do Shipt, Instacart, and Amazon Flex as well. Now, because I'm only doing food deliveries and grocery deliveries, I don't need a big car. Overhead's a big deal. So, a compact car or a subcompact will do just fine for me. It is Silver Frost, beautiful Silver Frost. This is a one-owner car. And it's been in New York for the entire life of the car, and it was garaged, because as you can see, the cloth seats, even the driver's seat, is in mint condition. There's hardly any rust on the car. You may see some on the inner lip of the wheel well. Very little. Hardly any. And considering we're in upstate New York and we get some bad weather here, that is very good. You want to see something funny? Let me see if I can find it. You guys remember these? As I get off, that's the glove compartment, by the way. Decent amount of space. Regular rear view mirror, power windows, door locks, and mirrors. I would prefer manual, but you can have everything. Hear that sound? Reminds me of my old 98 Ford Contour, my 98 Ford Contour SVT, which was my first new car. But if you remember, if you're old enough to remember these, this is the maintenance book. Remember, you used to have a maintenance done, they stamp it. The owner kept it. I love it. I'm going to keep it just for nostalgia purposes. The car, I bought it with only 176,000 miles, which means this guy, the previous owner, drove less than 10,000 miles a year, which, you know, it's good. I currently have 181,301 miles on it, so I've had it for 5,000 miles. On my first trip to Ford, I had a multi-point inspection done, as well as have some keys made. The car checked out fine. Now, my second oil change, they recommended new tires, but you know, I bought used tires not too long ago, so I'm going to hold off until November for that. Rear shocks are leaking, so I'm going to have those replaced next oil change, along an alignment getting done. I'm taking in 11 days to have the serpentine belt done, which they also recommended. And I think that's it for now. They recommended new wipers, but I'll do that myself. And that's it. I think we're pretty good. The clutch, I know, is getting a little bit high, so that may eventually need to be replaced. Other than that, the shifter, 5-speed manual transmission, which I love very much, it's okay. I mean, it's not a sporty feel like my 98 Ford Contour SVT, but it does the job. And the stick with the leather boot looks like my old Ford Contour SVT. AC works. As you can see, basic climate control dials, typical early 2000 Ford, oval vents, typical 2000 Ford. That is an Amazon Alexa right there. Simple gauge cluster, which I like. Cruise control buttons on the stereo, which I like very much. It does have fog lights, which for a delivery driver is a big deal in the dead of winter when it gets dark early or in bad weather. The only thing I wish I had was a sunroof, but hey, you can have it all, and my leather interior. But the cloth interior, as you can see, is in absolutely amazing shape. Same thing with the back seat. Same thing with the driver's seat. This car was garaged. And so far I've been averaging about 25 miles per gallon in mixed driving and about 33 highway driving, which at the time in the early 2000s was about the average for a compact car. I mean, they do better now, but you know, for what I do, it's good enough. It's got a 2-liter straightforward Z-Tech engine that requires 87 octane fuel, which is good. As you know, I was using my 2001 Jeep Wrangler for deliveries, but you know, she's got a major corrosion problem everywhere, and not exactly fuel efficient. I'm doing about 13 miles a gallon better with this one as opposed to my old Wrangler. Silver Frost Metallic. The paint is in awesome condition. Very little rust around the inner lip of the wheel wells. That's about it though. I'll show you when I get to the Fishkill Sam's Club, and I'll give you a quick look at the outside. But for the most part, the paint is in really, really good condition. Unfortunately, I don't own a garage, so it probably won't last that long. Anyway, you got some vanity mirrors here, no lights. I don't care. What I do for this car's purpose, basic. The more basic, the better off I am. Manual seats. The front, the driver and the front passenger are all manual seats, which is good because if the power seat goes like it did in my 98 Ford Contour, because the car's too old, you're not going to find parts for it, which means you're going to be stuck in either position it's in. We're now getting off the highway. We're almost at my delivery pickup. And so that's about it in a nutshell. I like this right here. Could use a little vacuum. I'll do that later, I guess. Visibility with the hatchback is, I like it pretty much. Rear windshield wiper, obviously. And the versatility of having a hatchback when you do this kind of gig work comes in handy. Even though I haven't needed it yet, I like the option of being able to throw the seats down, have extra room if I need to do big catering orders. So that's about it. I just replaced the battery. Did I replace the battery? No, I'm sorry. That was my Honda I replaced the battery on. So the ride is good. Like I said, it's not a CRV Honda like my primary car is. But I don't need it to be comfortable. I just needed to do the job. Nothing like driving a manual transmission. I'm sorry, I'm old school like that. Two cup holders, not in the greatest position in the world. You can't really fit too much of a big cup down here. You have another one down there also on the passenger. Again, not very deep. You definitely don't want to put a too large of a cup down there. I mean, you would want to put a 7-Eleven Big Gulp down there because it might tip over. Generally, this is my, I think it's my 9th Ford now. Let me see, I've had an 86 Sable. I had a 94 Mercury Tracer, a 94 Ford Crown Victoria, 298 Contours, a 97 Mercury Mountaineer, Ford Focus now. So, actually, I think this is my 7th Ford. So, I know people say, yeah, Ford, fix or repair daily. Found on road dead. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Tell you what, of the 3 American car manufacturers I've had more Fords than the other 2. GM has disappointed me a couple times. I've only had one Chrysler product, my 2001 Wrangler, so I can't complain. I've had that for 22 years, not a single problem. I definitely don't feel the same way about Chrysler now, especially since Fiat owns it, but hey, it is what it is. But, alright, my delivery location, I'll give you a quick glance at what the outside looks like. One thing about doing a gig work, you want a subcompact car, not only for gas and maintenance purposes, but some of these driveways you got delivered to, some of these houses you go to, there's not a lot of room for parking, not a lot of room to turn. Some of these villages, you know, parking's at a premium. I have a couple of small cities that I delivered to, again, parking's at a premium, so parking when doing this type of work is a big deal. Alright, we're here. I am going to park, let them know I'm here, and give you a quick tour around the outside. And then we'll call it a video. And you let me know what you think about this in the comments below in the box. What else? Let me know of successes you've had with your Ford Focus or your gripes. I can tell you right now, one of the reasons why I made sure I got a manual is because even though I like Ford transmissions, and for the most part, I mean Ford cars, I am not a fan of the automatic transmissions. Even though the only one I really had a problem with was my 86 Mercury Sable, and that was when it got to almost 270,000 miles on it, so I can't complain too much. But I know a lot of people who have complaints about their Ford transmissions, and currently right now I guess they're pretty horrible from what people say. So, alright, we're here. The e-brake does work very well, which is big at a standard. Let's see. Yep. Alright, let's take a quick look outside. And we'll call it a video. Here you go. The tires and rims are pretty decent. Paint, as you can see, is in good shape. Some scrapes here and there. Some rust right there that you don't look, if you can see. Rear wiper works real good. One little dent there, not a big deal. And this side's even nicer. As you can see, hardly any rust. I think I did see a spot over here by the, yep, over here. See right there, starting to develop, which is typical. Again, for a 21-year-old car, not a big deal. Daytime running lights this car has. As you can see, this part assembly needs to be either cleaned up or replaced. And yeah, you have fog lights. Again, some dings in the hood, but no big deal. Alright, anyway, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you later.